How you doing all, and welcome back to the Midweek Mumble. I'm laughing because I can see everybody sat down here and people are waving and flicking the V's at me and all and everything. So, how you all doing, me muckers, and welcome back to the Midweek Mumble. So, few little disclaimers first, as it says below. There might be some bad language. If there is, and if you're under the age of 18, then you do need to click off if possible, please, as this is over 18s only. Secondly, if you're sat with somebody who doesn't like swearing, stick some headphones on. Don't turn off, just stick some headphones on. You'll be sweet as a nut. Thirdly, if you hear some snoring, it's the dog. I've took him out already, and he's absolutely cream crackered because he's been chasing birds. So he's absolutely shattered. So I'm on tonight with a dual vlog of Martin. So let's bring Fentur in. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, very good. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. So what this is basically, how I can explain this is, so I do a midweek mumble every week, but what I can allow people to do, if you've got StreamYard, then you can basically use this vlog as your own vlog on a Wednesday or as your own live. So that channel, for example, Martin's channel, he'll get all the views and the comments on his channel. So he's, you know, he everything from his channel he gets. So I don't get anything from the channel. So yeah. And then right, let's bring the other two in. We've also got Mark, who looks dead happy. Looks like he's dropped a tenner and found a fiver. And then we've got Jay, crazy legs of the boy. Hey. Oh, look at Jay.
Look at that.
You like that?
How do we do with that? Do you go like that?
That's very clever.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Gangster signs.
I got a clue. I got a clue. Right then, let's just quickly roll through some of these allows. You might see other people, Martin, on your side saying hello. So I don't know whether I'll see him on mine or not. But we've got on mine, we've got Pecos Paul, John Pell, John Gilbert, Jeremy Jones, Andy GSA Tractor, Todge 29. We've also got Marto Turolin, Background Tourist, Willie Stroker. Yeah, so how you doing, lads? How you doing? And he's just nipped in at the bottom here. Away we go. So
that's a good name, isn't it? I like that. Willie Stroker.
Willie Stroker.
Don't say that out loud, Martin. Don't say it out loud, Martin. It's wrong on all levels.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna start with is basically we'll see where it leads from here. But so as you know, a couple of weeks ago I come off my bike on the ice, and basically my rucker trousers, the jacket ain't that bad if I'm being brutally honest, but the trousers really chewed up really bad on the right hand side where I landed. They must have kind of crinkled themselves up when I landed, and there's just holes in the right hand pocket. But what I bought is this stuff. So basically,
what is it? A manual how to ride a bike?
Well, basically, what it is, it's them patches, them laminate patches. So basically, I put some on the trousers today, and on the jacket. Now, the trousers they've come out quite well. If I'm being brutally honest, they look all right. The trousers do. The jacket looks like a patchwork quilt, but it's just one of them. It's just one of them things that I can't. I'm gonna try and order like a proper full patch for the back section, as it's only there's loads of little bits everywhere over the back. That's obviously going down the road. It's just took the top off, but yeah, it does. Like I said, the trousers don't look too bad, but the back of the jacket don't look great. So I'm gonna try and sort that out. I know some of the guys who I spoke to on YouTube. They was on about using. They've got like a leather that you can use, which you peel off. You got a sticky section that you can peel off and put the leather on the back. But I don't really want to use that. I want to use a laminate. If
that'd suit you more, Bri.
Yeah. What leather? Yeah.
Old Blue Oyster Bar.
Yeah,
Paul, I'm trying to smile. Pecos Paul, I'm trying to smile. Try to be happy for you, mate.
Yeah, that's his happy face.
Yeah.
So, digressing, what we'll do is, if you guys, if none of you are clan members, from Bruce Smart, then what he does is he does weekends now and again. I think, is it 2 or 3 a year that he does, Mark?
We're doing 3 this year, but normally it's a couple a year.
So what they do is, obviously they do like a long weekend, so they do like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then so they all get there Friday, have a night on the last Friday night. Saturday there's usually a day run, and Sunday there's usually a bit of a run if people want to do it. A lot of the time people just go home. But yeah, you know, it's good to meet up, isn't it? You get some good characters, and you have some. You're all around the country. The first one I did was Dundee, and the last one that they've just done was Swindon. The one that they did before that was the Midlands area.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we sort of, the last one was the Cotswolds, but this one was the Cotswolds as well. So it kind of like, we might have covered a little bit of the same area, but we went further north last time round.
Well, like I say, it's just decent. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is, yeah. I'm actually going to do something myself. So I'm just waiting on meeting with the lad who I served with. He owns a caravan camping, and there's cottages there. A big caravan site in Borth, in Wales. So it's up by like Aberystwyth, that kind of area. So yeah, I'm just waiting on him to kind of give me a bit of a date, a bit of a bracket on a date that I can use. So once I've had a chat with him, I'm going to basically just book it, and then give the date out. If you want to come, you can come. And then when you book it, or if you book it, or when you come, or if you come, you can just put a code next to it, so he knows that you're part of my group. Because he's going to try and keep us all in one area, rather than motorbikes scattered throughout the campsite. So yeah, but John Gilbert, we still run out of beer without you, PK. I don't believe that. I'm still on this. I've got 29 days to go. I'm still on that crap.
Right, I was drinking Guinness in your memory, mate.
I've
never drank Guinness before, but it was all right. It was nice.
It's all right, Guinness. I don't mind. Like I say, people say that this tastes like Guinness. So I don't. No, but, I don't think this tastes like Guinness. Well.
Adam Spencer saved the night because they'd run out of Guinness, and the manager nipped off to get a barrel of Guinness, and she needed help. Putting the barrel on. So he did his firefighter thing, ran over, got the barrel out of the car, and put it on, and then we all had fresh Guinness, which was just beautiful.
I mean, the first couple of points are that nice, but because the gas is too much. But once you get the first couple of points through, it's a nice point.
It was nice. It was spot on.
I mean, Todd just asked me, did I have the key? Did I have the keys or something in my pocket? I had nothing in my pocket, mate. Nothing at all. This is one of the reasons why it's the cost of it's annoyed me genuinely, and it's my own fault. I should have done a bit more research on it, but it's just one of them. I just feel like for the price that you're paying, you're not getting a premium suit. You're getting a premium suit that's going to keep you dry, but that's about it. But I did have a comment off a blog. It was a very nice comment, but he did actually make a good point. That you're paying for the fit. You pay. Oh, thank you very much. You're paying for the fit. You're paying for the how lightweight it is. You're paying the fact that it's stretch material. You're paying for the fact it's gonna keep you dry. So I was like, I kind of get it. I do get it, but it's just annoying, the fact that it's a $2,000 suit.
I'd hate to say
done its job though.
Say it again, Jay.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I hate to say that it's not going to keep you dry now, mate.
No, it's like,
It's like a sieve.
I was going to say it's like a sieve now. So,
Brian, don't you think it's actually done its job?
Yeah, I'm not knocking that. I'm saying it has done its job. It's just frustrating when I've come off a bike at 40 mile an hour with a normal pair of jeans on, and it ain't done that damage. And that's just a normal pair of jeans. That ain't Kevlar jeans or motorbike jeans or nothing. I've come off at 40 mile an hour in a pair of jeans, and it ain't done that damage.
You didn't cartwheel and mow the grass on that one, did you?
That's like a roly-poly. Go down the road. Like a Malteser. Well, yeah,
like a Malteser.
I was. Whereabouts is the camping weekend? Glamping or survival? No, mate. It's called Borth. The area it's just above Aberystwyth, and if there's campsites there, there's caravans there. So if 2 or 3 of you or 4 of you want to chip in and get a caravan for the weekend, then obviously you can do that. At least, if you've got a caravan, then you've got heating. You can enjoy your kit. You can have a shower. You ain't got to walk to the shower block.
Those that are in the tent when it's pissing with rain.
Yeah. Or there's actually cottages as well. So if you can afford it, you can have a cottage. Where we go, saying I've got more gear on insurance. I've got more gear on insurance, mate, but I don't want to claim off it. If I'm being brutally honest, for the sake of it's not absolutely smashed to smithereens. And like I say, the worst part with the trousers, and the trousers actually don't look too bad. If I'm being brutally honest, it's the jacket that looks a bit of a state from the back. Like I say, because all I've got is like 2 or 3 patches where I'm trying to cover where it's gone really thin. So that's why I want like a full panel at the back, so I can put the full panel on, so it looks there's just one panel there rather than 2 or 3 little smaller panels, if that makes sense. John Pearl stopped in the Cotswolds village with a mate the day after we did the clan.
Oh yeah, I know 2
John, alcohol free. So. Yeah, 2 alcohol free.
I had a good chat with him.
£13.50. Jesus Christ, mate! You might as well drink for that.
Get some of these.
Oh, look at him. Sons of Ibuprofen. What are you doing?
Sons of Ibuprofen. Martin, definitely Blue Oyster Bar for you, mate.
Yeah. So he's growing a beard now, where usually he's just got a tash.
Fucking arseless chaps.
With his little leather sailor cap on.
Yeah.
So you buy a new bike, and you're hoping to get a nice T-shirt, aren't you?
Yeah.
Nice. You spend a lot of money on the bike. Look what I fucking got.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's crap.
Is that a freebie? That?
Yeah. Freebie when I bought a new bike, and that's what I got.
Yeah.
A hat. Well, I did get I got a goodie bag that came with a hat and a coaster.
Okay. I could have laser cut that better myself, to be honest.
I was going to say I reckon you had the baby price.
It's actually quite a good coaster. It's a laser cut piece of wood, isn't it?
Yeah. My
I'll tell you who does them.
Better than that.
Should I tell you who does them? If ever you want any like coasters, so I've got. I've had these a while now, but I got them coasters. So if ever you want anything like that, like the wood ones that's burnt in, have a word with. He's in the side.
Me. Have a word with me.
Rev.
Have a word with Rev. You can, but Mark gets all the plastic stuff. So Mark, you can, you know what I mean, Mark. You've got your dividers. You've got your.
Have you seen the size of Mark's device?
I beg your pardon?
I said, have you seen the size of Mark's device? I have. It's a big big red one.
Go big or go home, isn't it? Go big or go home.
Oh. Well, like I say, it's I think cat out the bag now, so it's Marty's bought 1,300. Eat your Mart. And he's getting to grips with it now. So he reckons he reckons next time we get to Scotland, Mark, he's going to absolutely hand us our arse when we're on the twisties.
It's interesting because no one overtook the leader this time.
That was you, that's why. Because I took the blame for you.
Well, what's the guy who was leading us, Mark? What's his name?
Richard Agnew.
So, remember in the afternoon, we were riding along the bottom of the Ridgeway. So you had the White Horse to the right.
Yeah.
So it's quite twisty and quite dusty in places, a little bit tricky. But so Richard dropped the guy off in front of me, and we're going at a reasonable pace. As soon as I was behind him, don't know what he did, but he suddenly was on it. He was absolutely gaining it. And we left there was no one behind me. I was keeping up with him just. He was absolutely cranking it. And
good rider, isn't he?
Yeah. God, he was going for it. I spoke to him in the car after.
Martin, take nothing away from yourself. You're a great rider yourself.
Yeah.
Just need to take the handbrake off. Apart from that, you're all right.
Yeah.
I don't know, you were hustling your XR.
Yeah. At least you didn't fall off on the ice.
Yeah. All right, Jay.
I have to admit, I got back. It was about 160 miles to get home, 170 miles to get home on Sunday. I got back, and the bike had got to the limit. It's got its service on Friday. Literally, I've got just about 30 miles left before it goes over the maximum you're meant to do before the first service. So it's gone in the garage.
What's the first service? I think mine was 500 miles or something. The first service. Well, between 500 and 800 miles.
500 and about 750 miles ish. So I don't want to go over that. So I put it in the garage. I'm desperate to do some beautiful afternoon. It was 2:00. So I got the XR out and went for another 100 miles. So it was a really good weekend in the end. It was
brilliant. It was brilliant. Yeah, really good. I did about 630 mile in that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, you went with Sam Dyer? Did you ride down with Sam Vincent?
No, I rode down on my own. Sam lives in Oxford, so he only lives about 30 mile away from
Swindon.
From Swindon, yeah. But I went to his house on the way home. I called in at his house. I wasn't in a desperate rush to get home, so I went to his house for an hour, had a coffee, and then just shortcut home.
Fair play.
And it was a nice weekend. On the Friday, I left home early, headed down to Swindon early, and met up with Sandy, Wiltshire man. I've never met him before, but I've watched his channel for years. And we went out for a super ride, into the Cotswolds, etc. And then we need to get some petrol, or he needed to get some petrol. So he said, "Oh, well, can you see on your Google Nav where the petrol station is? I'll follow you." Anyway, when I've watched he put a video out. I watched his video back. When I'm behind him, following him is his speedo. You can read it. As soon as I'm in front and he's behind, his speedo blurs out. And I swear I think over 60. He deliberately blurred it to make it look like Mr. Ventore's a loony.
Martin's pinning it everywhere on his new bike. Don't go over 4,000 revs. He's like,
next
red lining, screaming the absolute nipples off it. Talking about that, I think I've said this story before, but when I bought my Triumph 675, I literally picked it up from the shop, rolled it onto the back of the van, and the lad who sold me the bike, he was like, "Oh, do you want to ride it back, mate?" And I was like, "Mate, I'm going to Mallory now." And he was the same. Dog over 4,000 revs and all this like I was like, "Mate, you're taking against me." Yeah, whatever, mate. You know what I mean? Literally within 3 hours, mate, the bike was going around Mallory, absolutely pinned. But yeah, took it back. I mean, at that time they never knew. This was, I don't know, 12 years ago, 12 years ago. Took it back and they never knew. They changed the tyres back to the road tyres and just rolled it in there, and that was it. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, absolutely smashed the living out of it for its first. But it literally rolled out the van. I think it had 4 miles on it, and that was just rolling miles. Started it up. There's bellows of smoke everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Because it the first time it'd been started properly. Like, well, yeah, man, absolute. It's just quite funny. But then when I transferred over to the 2013 engine with the little side exhaust. I bought that new, put that in, and that like Triumph was like, yeah, it don't fit in a 2010 engine, the 2010 chassis. I was like, it does. I was like, it don't. I goes, it made it in. I'm racing with it. It made it in. So, but yeah, that was quite a funny time. That was quite a funny time.
I am quite strict with running in bikes or cars or whatever I buy. So I mean, no straight roads, lots of twisties. I keep the revs to the maximum, they say, and don't hold it to the stopper.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, mate. Well, I did on RBM.
That's every clam ride, isn't it, Martin?
Yeah.
You have a new bike for every clam ride.
The XR was running, so I could give that plenty. I still not even been near the red line on that bike yet.
When we was in Scotland and we was up his chuff, I didn't even realise it was Martin. It was Martin.
Yeah.
It was
I think if you got to red line on that XR, Martin, you'd be in heaven.
Yeah. It will at about 10,000 revs in 4th gear or lift the front just on the power. So it's a bit leery.
I mean, I'm going to call it. So Willie's got put a good point there. If it's so important, why don't they run it in for you like your car engines? Do you think it could be a bit of a gimmick for you to get your first engine, first oil change? I'd prefer them to just say, right, you need to be back here in 500 to 700 miles to have an oil change, because they don't do nothing apart from an oil change, do they? Just take week everything.
I mean, I've got vehicles I've had for a long time. I've got a Land Rover I bought in 2006. And of course, you think, who cares about running it in? But I still ran it into the book. It's had oil changes for all the years I've had it. So it just got through its 19th MOT. And I've done 253,000 miles on it. Original engine, original gearbox, original fuel injectors, and original turbo. Nothing has been done to that
original
engine.
Battery.
I'm on the second battery.
No, that's good going, that, mate.
But that was the battery was only changed 2 years ago. And it still runs like new.
It's only on its 12th owner. That's all it's on.
No, I bought it brand new. There you go.
Well, fair play. Like they say though, is it just a gimmick with the bikes? What do you think? Do you think it is a gimmick with them just saying, "Oh, we need to bring it back. We need to do a service after 500 miles"? Because surely they're running. Surely the bikes are running first.
It's a different oil that they use to help bed the rings in and what have you.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that.
It depends whether
you've got to bed everything in, haven't you? You know, your brakes. You know.
Yeah.
It depends whether it's. It depends whether it's a Harley Davidson, because they have to tighten all the bolts up.
You have to tighten the bolts up when you're fucking driving it, don't you? You have to pull over at every cap. Let's just make sure everything's all right.
Well, you do get a tube of Loctite, don't you?
Yeah, nothing's fell off.
You get, like any other dealer, you get a key ring, but you get a bleeding, you get a tube of Loctite on a key ring, don't you?
Yeah, and I know it will catch you.
Yeah. Not a self-changing. That's why you don't need to have a running service with a Harley, because oil changes itself. Martin's getting upset now. Look at him. He's like,
it's like a Scott oiler, but he just keeps dumping the oil.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got.
We're only jealous, Martin.
Be careful.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Oh, sons of Roofing will be after me.
Sons of arthritis.
Yeah, I brew from chapter.
Yeah.
It's like
arthritis chapter.
Talking at work, some colleagues. We've been out on the been for motorbike weekend. Oh, what was that like? What sort of people go? I said, well, they're all over 50, mostly retired.
Okay.
Apart from
Well,
Mark.
I'm under 50 and I'm semi-retired, so it's all right.
Yeah. It's mind you saying that having an all is as bad as having a KTM, mate, Jays, because all you do is have the AA fucking following around the Peak District, don't we?
well, I just thought it was just something to look at, like a statue in the garage.
Yeah.
I didn't realise you had to ride it.
Close horse. It's a close horse.
Yeah, it's just hang your coat on. When me and Jay went round the Peak District, all we kept seeing is his one AA back there.
Yeah.
We were like, "Are you following us or what?" Said to Jay, "He's waiting for you to break down."
It's like Top Gear rules. It's like Top Gear rules.
Oh mate, that was another good weekend as well. If you've never done the Lake District, get yourself up there, lads. Good weekend up there, honestly. Good weekend up there. Just a bit strange up there with the old pubs, because there's like pubs in the middle of nowhere, and like we sat down in this one pub, and there was nothing around this pub, was there? There's a housing estate of about 5 houses. And the next thing you know, this woman goes, "Oh, sorry if them being a bit rowdy next door." Me and Joe was like, "I heard nothing." I was like, "Why? What's going on next door?" They went, "Oh, it's a stag do."
Yeah.
Like, what? Mate, it was the quietest stag do I've ever heard in my life. Honestly, it was horrendous. And then the bar shut at like fucking 9:30. I couldn't believe it. I was like, went downstairs at 10 o'clock to go and get another couple of beers, and they closed the bar. I was like, "What you closed the bar for?" Well, everybody had gone. I was
They've
like,
made profit. They made the year's profit from you, Brian, alone.
Mate, it was like, I swear to God, it was like, genuine. It was about 10 to 10. And I was like, it's 10 to 10 on a Saturday night and you've closed the bar. Yeah, they've all gone. I was like, oh, fucking hell, Joe. I can't get to sleep now, mate. I'm going to be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, it was a good weekend, that was. It was a good weekend.
Didn't you go down, though, just to see if you could get some to take up to the room, but they won't give you any, would they?
I went back down. I said to him, "Can I have like 3 or 4 pints, step back up?" I was like, "Nah, without do that." I was like, "Fuck's sakes, this is shit." but yeah, my old motorcycle is 23-year-old, so I've had it 22 years.
He wrote it like that so everybody could understand you, Brian.
Put
it away, for fuck's sake.
That was mine.
Okay. Oh, I bet if you two met, you'd be holding hands, wouldn't you? Oh. Oh. Giving each other loves and fucking big ups and all that shit, wouldn't you? talking about wheels and fucking, I don't know.
Loctite.
Exhaust.
Loctite.
Yeah. What exhaust have you got? Oh. Yeah.
It's interesting. How many people in the side chat, or how many the bikers we meet know are brand loyal to one brand, and that's their brand? Are they fanboys of a certain brand? I like motorbikes. I don't care about any brand personally, but some people are very much everything else is crap except for the one I have because I'm clever.
You can't say that if you've got a fucking jacket with Harley Davidson hog and then all your mates with the patches and everything on it, you're my brand boy. You know what I mean? If you sold, I understand where you're coming from, but it's like when you buy a BM. It's like when you buy a BM. You know what I mean? I did. Most people do. You buy a BM and then you buy your fucking off-roading kit and all the rest of the shit. You know what I mean? You want to look like Ewan McGregor and fucking Charlie Boardman. You know what I mean?
No, that's not what I mean. By fanboy, I mean one. You're only loyal to one brand. You'll never have a different one. Some of the guys who have Harleys only will ever have a Harley, and that's it. And the people who have BMWs will never have another bike. They only stick with the BMWs.
I must admit, I don't bother me about brands at all. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't purposely just buy a BMW because it's a BMW. Do you know what I mean? That really wouldn't interest me.
Well, Dave's there, off on the GSA for a trip.
Ah, tomorrow.
Let's hope you don't get snow, Dave. It's forecast snow in Ireland, isn't it?
I was forecast snow, ain't it? Dave Oshpole as well. So, but yeah, I think I've had 4 Hondas, 1 Triumph, 1 Aprilia, 1 Suzuki. I like the Hondas, but love the Aprilia. See, I think, like, for me, I really like the Triumphs because I like the triple engines, but that's only because I've raced them. That's only because I know that engine inside out. Anything else, it don't really bother me. I've had Hondas, I've had a CBR 600, I've had a 1000, I've had a Jigsaw. You know, I've got a BMW, I've had a Triumph, I've had an Harley. You know what I mean? They don't really. It depends what phase I'm in my life at that present moment in time. Like the phase I'm in now, I want to do I want to start doing more adventure riding, not just riding. I want to start doing adventure riding. So I bought a second bike to do off roading. So,
tell us about it, Bri. Tell us about it.
I don't know. Yeah, I picked it up. Yeah, I'm trying to arrange getting a van so I can go and get it, or somebody with a trailer so I can go and get it because it's in.
Well, you dropped it.
Where is it?
London now.
That's in London.
Yeah, I'm still trying for the factory in the 90s, but currently I own a CCM.
Oh, yeah, CCM. Yeah.
And a Honda. Recently I had a Kawasaki. I don't mind Kawasaki's at all. I had a little house down and a flutter or dandruff. You ain't got nowhere, Andy, so have you fucking got dandruff? Were the better be fine for the weekend.
Any of you guys ever ridden one of the big triple 2-strokes like the Kawasaki Mach 1?
Nah.
Talking about Kawasaki or the was it a Mach 1? What did they call it? There was a 500 triple and a 750 triple 2-stroke.
Oh,
they called it the Widowmaker because the chassis couldn't take the power. The 750, it was Larry.
Is that the one that was good in a straight line but couldn't go around bends very well?
No, that's a VMAX. No, that's a VMAX you're on about. Yamaha VMAX. You're on about KHs, aren't you? You're on about KHs. Triple.
The KH was the new. The initial.
The 2-stroke, wasn't it?
Yeah, before the KH, there was one same sort of engine, but yeah, I think they're beautiful looking bikes. Kawasaki.
So expensive. It's so expensive. Rare as well.
I met a guy at a bike meet with classic bikes, and he said he gets 20 miles to the gallon if he's lucky.
Wow.
It's 2-stroke. But the sound, whoop.
My dad's got a 2-stroke. He's got a RD400, Yamaha RD400.
Oh, nice, very nice.
F. It's one of the late ones.
Is that the one with the single swing arm?
What?
The single sided swing arm.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
No.
RD400.
It's a classic one. It's copping. Yeah, copping shaped tank it is.
All right.
Yeah, air-cooled 2-stroke.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would like as a classic 2-stroke, but I've got too many.
My dad's had 2 of them. He's just recently sold one. He had a 400D and he's got a 400F now, but he had them both at the same time. Yeah, restored them got them fully restored as well. Got a mate that restored them.
Lovely.
I'm just gonna send you a photo, Martin, of it.
I had
I'm gonna find it.
After my dad passed away, I had his Triumph. He had a T120 Triumph Bonneville, and that, like I say, it was all right. But once I started to, I looked at trying to restore it, but it's going to cost. Basically, it's going to cost me that much to restore it, and then we couldn't get the engine to turn, and then the engine was knackered, and you're just like, I've got to fucking give up on this because it's absolutely costing a fortune. He barely rode it, to be fair. He just sat in my sister's garage. He didn't do anything with it. He rode it when he first had it. He rode it, and that was it. He never rid it for 15 years. It was just an absolute rust bucket. I don't want to 125 on £5 petrol per week. How long's that going back? £5 petrol a week. Moved to Pilos 125, then ran £20 a week, nearly bankrupt me. Okay, now £20.
A lot of people coming up love an RD 350. Yeah, stupid money.
Yeah, someone asked Jay to change that picture.
Where's Jay gone? Where's Jay gone? Oh, he's back.
It's Jay. Jay, you need to change your picture from that KTM. 'Cause everyone's giving you shit over it.
Mate, I had a love affair with that bike. It still
Did
holds a place in my heart. Yeah, I
He
did.
does. He touches himself where he weighs when he talks about it.
I touch you where you weigh when you talk about it as well.
Not when I'm on the bike, mate. It shrivels up and it fucking disappears. It's internal. Yeah. So, how you doing? How you doing, Paul? You're right.
Say again,
the old
I'm looking at
RD 253 pairs machines.
So
look at
he's
those
got the white.
beauties.
He's got the white one now. He got rid of the red one.
Lovely, that. Absolutely lovely. He sold the red one, has he?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice one.
Very nice.
Mr. Munro, how are you doing? So, but yeah, I think we've got April. We've got Scotland in April, haven't we, Jay? Have you guys got any trips coming up, or you're looking at planning any trips, or you're looking at doing any trips this year?
I've squeezed one in. I'm going off for a weekend with Grip and Throttle. Tommy Lindley, he set up a touring company, so we're just doing a bit of North Yorkshire. So Dave Ashfall's coming up, and he's jumping on the 2-day, and I'm jumping on the overnighter. So that's in May.
Is that off roading or is that road riding?
No, it's just road. It's just road riding. Good lad though, Tommy. Really good lad.
Does he do trips? Does he or stuff like that? Or was he day trips, weekend trips? What's
weekend trip? He's
doing. What's the name of the company?
Grip and Throttle. He's on Instagram. If you look on his Instagram, it'll show you all his tours, and he's got a website and all sorts. He's set up such a good professional outfit. And his prices are really, really reasonable. I think he's doing a Pyrenees trip, and it's not. Let me just have a look. It's not a lot of money. Like an 8-day trip.
Yeah. Like I say, mate, it's got to be competitive at the end of the day. And you look at some of these people who are doing them at the moment, and they want like fucking 1,900 quid just get to Scotland for a long weekend, and you're just like, fucking, I won't pay that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You could get to fucking Morocco and back for 8 days for that kind of money, and have a life changing, and have a life changing fucking effect on you. Good stuff, can't wait, Tom's.
Come on, I've got to go off to San Diego in the US in a few weeks for work, and
must be terrible for you, mate. Must be terrible for you. You're proper taking with the team, aren't you?
You want to tell your face that you've been good.
I know. We'll have to hug it out next time we see you, Martin.
Yeah.
Take some more briefing with you. You'll be all right.
I'm thinking whether I stay, rather than be working all week, but whether I stay. We'll probably finish about Friday lunchtime work. So whether I stay on and do some, hire a bike and head up in the desert for the weekend.
Yeah,
so we shall see.
I think I'm going to be blocking you, to be honest, on social media.
Of course, if I hire a bike, it'll be a Harley. I'll wear my waistcoat then.
Definitely, yeah. And your assless chaps. At least you won't be crying if you fall off and then wet pants out because there's no arse in pants. You know what I mean? Try and patch them.
Yeah.
That's it. We wear nice thick leather pants. So it's not a problem if you fall off.
Brian will be coming round sticking patches on your ass. They're all right. They're all right.
If it's anything like, I imagine it to be the same fucking state of his chin with that little bit of fucking fluff here.
This stupid bit here is so that I blend in with all the parley guys. You see, you have to have a stupid goat.
No, you don't.
You can't write.
Looks like a rabbit's tail. It looks like a rabbit's tail. That.
About 2 or 3 years ago, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll see David, my friend, comes on a lot of the rides, and we're having a bit of banter. And I said, I'm going to borrow a new Harley Davidson to do a test ride. Do you want to borrow one as well? So he said, okay, I'll borrow one as well. But you can't ride one without a beard. I said, yes, you can. Just come along. He said, no, I can't. I said, just come along. We'll get you on a bike. Anyway, we get on the bike, and I look round all of a sudden, and he's put a fake beard on. So he's putting this fake beard whilst he puts a helmet on, and we go riding around Suffolk on these Harleys. We get to a cafe, and yes, his fake beard.
That were like Cots with his fake moustache, wasn't it, Brian?
Oh, mate. Cars his moustache. He looked like a 14-year-old kid. You know, the first time before you shave, he was all like, all dead fluffy. You know, and you keep walking around like that. It is. It's class, that was. Honestly.
Poor Steve.
Mate, it was. Oh, I'll tell you something. The best thing, it was afterwards, obviously, because I couldn't get calmed up. But afterwards, when Jay says, "Yeah," when he puts his helmet on, he takes it off like a little Velcro moustache.
He's so looking at puberty, ain't it? Yeah.
Oh, mate. Oh, it was. The thing is, mate. Honestly, I think if you're lucky enough that you can hit your late 20s, early 30s without having to properly shave, you've done fucking well. You've done well. Back row tourist has just asked, what's the attraction with touring companies? I see them popping up all over the place at the moment. Do you mean what's the attraction going with touring companies? Because, like, for me, I'd kind of think, for me, that I've only ever been on one tour, as in a touring company, and it went tits up, to be honest. But for me, the attraction I didn't see it, but I got told was all the hassle's done, all the rooms are booked, all you've got to do is pay your money and rock up, and that's it. You know what I mean? You pay for your food.
A lot of people like that as well, don't they? A lot of people like that.
Yeah. So it was
meet here. We're going to take you there. Jobs are good. Like my dad, for example. If he were better bike fit and stuff like that, it's something that he'd do. He'd join a touring company, and then all the hassle's taken away. He don't have to think about which way he's going, north, south, east, west, or where he's staying that night. Like when he used to go away with me, he used to just go, right, I'll follow you. He wasn't even bothered what the hotel were, where they were going, or anything. So, there's a lot of people out there that've got an expendable income that are happy just to let somebody else, deal with the hassle.
Yeah, I think if you're going a lot of people have no idea where they're going, and if they can go on a tour with someone who knows the route, they know it. They hope it's going to be a lot more enjoyable. Like you say, Mark, stops are planned. You haven't got to worry about that. And then, of course, you get the camaraderie of probably like-minded people. You may have not met them before. And I think certainly Bruce, with his, what they call chicken strips tours, a lot of the same guys go on a lot of tours, so they all get to know each other.
Yeah.
So, I think if you got the money, why not?
Yeah, I must go on, Jay.
Sorry, I was just going to say, do you not think, though, I think the advantages of it are that when you've got somebody who's at the front, like the leader of a tour, then that person is going to be making most of those decisions. Where if you just get a load of mates going, they're all going to want to go to different places, aren't they? And it probably sometimes get a bit messy, unless you know everybody who you're going with. But when somebody leaves, you've got more chance of it being running a lot smoother.
Yeah, normally I end up leading, so not that I prefer it, but I think my friends generally. Actually, my friend
taking over the leader, doesn't it?
Yeah, the leader. Yeah, my friend Graham likes it as well.
He can't take over himself there, can he? Keep up.
I thought you were going to give me some sort of cheeky sticker or something in front of everyone.
I'll put. Yeah, I'm going to stick it on your new book so you can't find it.
You thought you thought I was going to stitch up Martin when I turned to you and says Martin like that, and you were like that. You were hiding away.
Yeah, shall we go to bed early?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's all elapsed those crimes now, Martin. It's just going to live in folk piss take. That's forever. It's like when people mention me crashing the bike, you know what I mean, or bumping into people. I get it every clan weekend. You know what I mean? You know, make sure Mark's not behind you. Blah blah blah. I'll run into you and all this lot. So I get it in every clan weekend now. So
yeah, I must admit, I think like for me, going back to asking about the tour guides, and like for me, I quite like to sit down and plan stuff and look at where we're going, what we're doing, where we're eating, where we're looking at stopping, and I quite enjoy that whole scenario of sitting here and actually doing a bit of research myself. I do like I say, I've only done it once. I've gone with a tour guide once, and like I say, he went tits up when we went to Austria, and then he ended up leaving us. Basically, I ended up sorting me and another lad called Mick sorting out, digs for 3 nights. The lad had basically, cancelled all our ferries and fucking tunnel crossings and fucking everything. Meals, hotels, everything. So I ended up booking everything and kind of taking over a little bit. But I quite enjoy stuff like that. But I can see the attraction of meeting other people and doing and doing a tour. But what I like to do.
Did you enjoy doing that one, Brian? Do you remember that?
Was that Sunday?
No, that was your route that you did when we went to the Lake District. What was going all over the place? Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, it's just it's like for me, I'll struggle with some people. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to go on a tour, go and spend $2,000 on a tour, and then fucking hate the people I'm with. So I'd prefer to go and do a trip with the people that I know I'm going to go and enjoy the trip with, rather than hope that the trip's going to be all right. That's just me. That's just my mentality. But yeah, like I said, on Saturday Bargain Cruiser, you go on tour with 15 plus like-minded people, and you will leave with 1 or 2 friends for life. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's right. That.
Unfortunately, a pleasure me and our kid, and it was Saturday. Yeah, again, like I say, I think. Come on, tell us what happened. You didn't just cancel everything for no reason. So basically, he was doing these rides. We went to Austria, and like some of the rides around Austria, there's just sheer drops off the fucking side of the mountains. And I said to him, mate, can you slow down? I'm kind of fucking on my wit's end here because I'm just shit scared. And basically, he just kept riding off and leaving me at the back. There was me and about 3 others just riding. He just kept riding off and just fucking off. He'd done these trips. I think that was the 4th time he'd done it. And one of the days we went out. We went to this ride out, and within like 2 hours, we'd lost him. We completely lost him. So we're following the sat nav, and then I ring him. We get his phone. We get to this little village, and I said to the lads, because we're all packed talked up. So I said to the lads, I says, I'm going to stop here for the brew. Yeah, we'll all stop. So we stopped, rang him, and we're like, yeah. So I said, where are you? And he's like, oh, we're in this village, blah blah blah. So I look at my map, and he's behind us. And I'm like, well, how are you behind us? And he's like, oh well, we're doing this and this. And I was like, well, no, because I've followed your route that you've put up. I'm following the route you've given me. I've followed, and then basically we got back that night. He'd had a few words with a couple of other people who basically left that night. They was just like, I ain't dealing with you. You're an idiot. They left that night, and then the next day we were going to start traveling back from Austria back up towards France. And we was going to stop in France that night. And then basically that night in France, me and him had words, and I was just like, mate, I just can't see what you're fucking doing. Do you know what I mean? You on the road, you're a good rider, but when people are telling you them struggling, then you need to fucking hold back a little bit. Stop fucking shooting off ahead. if you get to a junction, and just stop at the junction. That's what I do. If there's 5 or 6 of us, Jay's been with me before, and I'll just fuck off and ride, and I'll just crack on. You get to a junction, you stop at the junction. So that night he ends up having a little bit of a paddy with 2 or 3 others. They end up leaving, and then about 3 o'clock in the morning, he ends up leaving on his own. And then when I ring him at 10 o'clock, he's already at the tunnel. At about 10 o'clock in the morning. He left about 3 o'clock that morning, and he was already at the tunnel, and he just said, I've cancelled all the rooms and all the ferries and everything. He closed that tour company down and reopened another one in a different name. But afterwards, I wrote a bit of a post about him on Facebook and the tour company, and I must have had 20 people message me and email me saying that they had exactly the same, that he was just... He were a good tour guide at all, and that's one of the reasons why I'd prefer to do it myself, because at least then you know who you're going with, where you're going, what you're doing, the time scale and everything. He was sending me stuff some of the days, and I'm like, fucking that ain't achievable. You got to do that in a day. Do you know what I mean? You're looking at the routes and it's zigzagging like, and he's got us doing like 360 mile, and you're like, mate, you ain't going to do that in a day. It's not going to happen. So that's why I'd probably. I'd be very cautious of who and where I was doing the trips with other people. I mean, I must admit, I've just started to watch that one that Richie Vader's just done. That looks fucking gnarly. That looks good. So
I haven't seen any yet. I need to knuckle down and watch it. He's put 2 episodes out now, hasn't he?
Yeah. Backroad Tourist, yeah, he was, mate. Mark, his name was. Mark.
Not this
Mark,
one.
Mark Tusslesworth. His name was. And honestly, he was an absolute chopper. Absolute chopper. One of the lads dropped his bike and he just carried on riding. They stopped, they help, nothing, and he just carried on riding. Like I say, he either my type of bloke at all. So, yeah. I just sent him a snotty email when I got back. I just said to him he's a fucking belter. And I hope that fucking next time he goes over them mountains, he fucking falls off.
I think as with anything in life, it's getting a recommendation is how I like to choose many things. Whether it's a plumber, but the same goes for a motorcycle tour. Get the recommendations.
I must admit, I did get a recommendation for this. All it come up, it was just a post on Facebook. He'd put a post on Facebook just saying that he'd had 2 people drop out of this tour to go to Austria, and we was going through the Black Forest into Switzerland, down into Austria, 4 days in Austria, and then started heading our way back up. And I was just like, oh, sounds like a bit of a plan. Sounds like something I want to do. I just bought my BM, so I was like, I want to get some miles on it. I want to go and have a look at that. Never been to Austria before, so jumped on it. Messaged him, jumped on it.
What was he charging for that? Was it just? So
I don't know, mate, because basically the places, I believe the places had already been paid for. So all as I did was pay for my own room. I paid for everything myself whilst I was there. I never give him a penny at all, and it was a good job, mate, because he wanted something like, I can't remember now. I can't remember what he paid. I think it was about $3,000. The lads paid him, but Mick, one of the lads that I'm still in contact with now, the old boy, mate. When he found out he'd gone that morning, he had a fucking meltdown, because it was like, this is the reason why I go with the company. I don't want this stress, mate. And he was, and I said to him, fucking calm down. Let's just have breakfast. I'll sit whilst I'm having breakfast. I'll book tonight's hotel, tomorrow's hotel, and I'll book us an hotel before we get on the train, and then I'll do a route of to from each day up there. If that's what you want, I'll do that today. And that's what we sat there at breakfast, and that's what I did. And we within I don't know, an hour and a half, 90 minutes, I'd done it. I'd got a route, and that was it. We just sorted it. And I felt really bad for Mick. And like I say, I still speak to Mick now on a weekly basis. And he just, I don't know. He was just, I just felt really fucking sorry for him that he'd done he'd done 3 or 4 of these trips, and he said when we got back, I went out for a beer with him when we got back, and he just said, I've never experienced that before. He goes, and that's one of the reasons why I booked these trips, because I don't want none of the hassle. All I want to do is rock up. My hotel's paid for, everything's done. I just go, turn up, pay for my fuel, pay for my beer, and follow the leader, basically. So it was it war good, mate. War good.
I'm organising my first sort of mini tour. So I'm taking the Hardy guys to Yorkshire. We're staying in a Premier Inn because I don't have to book anything. A bit like Bruce's Clan Week weekends. It's just let people book. So this is where we're going. Follow me. I'll go. I know the guys anyway, so I know how they ride. So we don't leave anyone behind. We'll ride at the speed of that everyone can cope with. And that should be fine. But it does mean that I can't crank it quite as much as I'd probably like to sometimes, because I've got to keep an eye on all the guys behind, and pretty much keep to the speed limits. I mean, that's the only way we can do it safely. But it's still a lot.
Yeah, don't be coming loutish over my end, okay? All right. Respect my Yorkshire.
Well, we're staying. We're staying. What's it called? Just north of Skipton.
Scopperton.
Gargrave. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Gargrave. Is he a Premier in it? Gargrave.
Premier in it. Yeah, Premier at Gargrave. So it's ideal. So we can go.
Right. Yeah. On the A65.
Yeah. So
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Location really for touring that area. Normally, Premier Inns are in cities, or on the edges of cities, but the Gargrave ones are a little bit out. It's perfect.
Yeah, ideal. Yeah. Just be careful on the A65, because they're always speed trap on the A65.
Oh, don't you worry.
There you go. You can meet up with Mick. Mick lives in Gargrave. Oh, has he gone?
I think
he's back.
He's
back. He's back. You need to get that mouse on that fucking wheel again for that internet.
Starlink. You need to get Starlink, Martin.
Yeah.
Trade your panniers in for Starlink.
Yeah, I must admit. I must admit that's one of the reasons why, like when we do the tours and stuff like that, like when we go away with the lads, people have said to me in the past, "Oh, you look at everything to the minute and the second and this, that, and the other," and yeah, I do in a sense, because I like to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, and what I'm going to be doing when I'm there, kind of thing, But at the same time, if something don't get to plan, it don't really worry me, it don't really bother me. You tell like it's a massive deal. It just means that you'll just miss something out next time. But when we go away with the army lads, I'll book everything. I'll sort everything out, do all the routes, do all the planning, do all everything for everybody. Do you know what I mean? I quite enjoy that. But yeah,
Mick Sheldon lives in Gargrave. There you go.
Yeah. We saw that.
Yeah. So, Steve the military biker. So, it's nearly riding season for him. It's long all winter for Stevie.
Well, is he over in Canada, or is he?
Yeah, he's over in Canada. So,
what is it? They've charged 25% fuel surcharge, aren't they, down to America?
Yeah,
nice one. And they've taken all American booze up at shelves, haven't they?
Yeah. I seen that. I seen that on TikTok. Yeah. Put it all in like a big crate, send it back.
Yeah. He won't be saying no. He'll be like, shush guys, don't say no, don't rock the boat. Hey, I've got a lot of American friends,
Yeah, well, he has. He's got a lot of American subs. So yes.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
What's that? You fucking willy warmer? What's that for? Do you wear that when you cut?
There you twat. It's Maker's Mark whiskey. It's got a little jumper on it.
Keep it warm.
Yeah, he's got a bollock free side.
Is it nice that? Is it nice that, Martin?
Absolutely lovely. I think I'll have a glass.
Just drink it straight out of a bottle, mate.
Chug it down, just chug it down.
Yeah, chug it.
Yeah. So
that's the pucker stuff. Because my colleague in America,
He took his baby sham away.
he's in Kentucky, so he always brings me a nice bottle over. 45%. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
45%. It's only a babby then. 45%. Right then, lads. Oh, he's gone. We've been on about an hour. Here he comes. I thought he was putting that willy. I thought he was putting the willy warmer on.
This is the booze coming.
I was going to say your daughter in the background. Keep her eyes closed.
57%.
Talisker.
That bugger.
Talisker. Yeah.
Talisker, 57 degrees north.
Are all them empty or the full?
Sorry?
Are them empty or the full?
He's gonna pour them all into a pint glass and sup it down.
Won't be fucking. Might be enough. I'll just have the box in my house. That'd be it.
This one's no longer available, unfortunately, because that's probably the best I've ever had. So
is it like Gillette? Is it like Gillette?
The best
you
man
put that
can
on your
get.
chin,
That's when he shaves his arse. The best a man can get.
For his chaps.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. When he's walking around the Blue Oyster Bar, so it's as smooth as a baby's bum.
in Gargrave.
With his leather sailor hat on. Backwards.
Say that again, mate.
That'll be tested.
I didn't hear what you said. All right.
You don't want to
On
nick
that
that.
Oh, class. Right then, lads. Right then. We've been on an hour and 2 minutes, so we're going to start wrapping up now. So, anybody got any plans for the weekend?
Girlfriend's dad's 80th birthday. So there you go.
Well told you.
Girlfriend's naked birthday? What? Jay, you got anything planned for the weekend?
Shaving my arse, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Get a quote.
You can. I've heard about those. You
Well,
can get Atco make one, don't they?
I've got no plans, mate.
Martin's going to go and get his fucking braided. He's going to get his arse braided. Look at him walk around like a fucking Viking. So right then, lads. Right then. So yeah. So if you are riding over the rest of this week, next week, and early on for next week, just stay safe. Temperature's supposed to be dropping over the next couple of days again. So be careful of the ice. That's coming from me. Be careful of the ice.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall off because it hurts. So yeah, just be careful. Honestly, just take your time. If it looks like it's shit, lads, don't get going out because, like I say, breaking your
And
ribs.
don't, make sure if you go out the weekend, you don't wear your rucker.
Yeah,
Where
unless it's
somebody
patched
else
up.
is.
Yeah, unless it's patched up. That looks like fucking a quilt, patchwork quilt. That your nan's knitted in the fucking 70s. So, been caught.
Slips.
Been
It's not
caught.
my fault.
You're in trouble now.
He's in trouble
It's not
now.
my fault.
Oh hell!
Shut up, you're knacking it. She's knacking on. Why?
Right,
She's a teacher as well, and she talks like that. I've
Just in case you
made this sign. I've made this sign for somebody. Go on there.
that's
There you
cool.
go, Amy. But
Beautiful Bob.
I left it
Who's
in there.
Barbara?
You never get what it makes you.
I didn't hear what he said, but anyway.
Said you never get what you make them. What you make people, you never receive them.
I just make them and leave them. Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah, Jay.
Exactly.
You know where I live. I've been trying to get it to you. You don't answer the phone.
I know, mate.
You bastard. You don't answer the phone. I've give it away now anyway. I've give it to your top Patreon, your top subscriber.
There you go, Jay. Fancy meeting at the coach at the weekend?
We'll see what weather's like on my back. I've got a bit of a bad back at the minute.
Jay's got a bad back. He's got to empty. He said he'll meet you in the coach to empty some of that fucking wallet so it eases his back. Who would fall over in the ice? Stevie, you can go off, people. All right. Great chat. Oh, hang on.
Cheers, John.
Flossing.
Yeah.
Great chat, lads. Yeah, it's always good. Always good. Always good. Always nice. Always nice to have a bit of a
Mark's getting it. Yeah, from wife.
Yeah,
Narky wife.
A fucking back round the head. That's what he's getting. Yeah. So
Don't get married, guys. Don't get married, guys, man. It's a hassle. It's a hassle.
John Gilbert, we need to change the channel now to Patchy Biker. Mate, you ought to see it. It's
Patchy Biker.
I actually thought, when you look at it, you think that don't look too bad, and then you walk out and you come back and you look at it and you're like, that's fucking shocking. That is atrocious.
I didn't want to say when you sent me on WhatsApp earlier on. I didn't want to say.
The trousers don't look too bad, but the fucking the jacket looks like.
Yeah, but you can cover it with jacket, but then jacket still looks bad.
Do you remember them teabag vests you used to get? Looks like one of them, the top now.
No. Jay's going to tell me there he used to be a Rasta or something, don't you? He's fucking pretend he was a Rasta. He's fucking walk around with his fucking teabag vest on. So
it looks like it looks like a tent that you've just patched up, Bri.
That were good. This is
classed as
bullying. It's my channel. It's my channel. It's not bullying.
You see what Stevie just put? Stevie just put the peaky slider.
Peaky slider. That's brilliant. That's class. Nice one.
Oh mate, honestly,
peaky slider. You're getting that now, bro.
that is. I do like that.
You know what? You know what that says. That says the Peaky Slider.
I think that's going to be the off-road channel name now, the Peaky Slider. Hey, off-roading new name channel.
Mate, you're onto something now. You are onto something now.
That's funny, that is.
That is great. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Yeah.
So
you have to get your own shoes, them sliders that you can get called the peaky sliders.
I have the fucking clown shoes by the looks of it, with all you lot fucking taking a piss. Go on, finish.
No, that's it, you'll make a fortune. Get Mark to make you some.
Get Mark some plastic ones on the outside to make it look like I've got some on. Protect my legs when I fall off.
When you're on clan weekends, it'll be the peaky slider in, won't
it? Yeah. Depends if I got your room number.
No, you never, ever again. You divulge that.
Oh, right then. So, guys, who's this just creeping in? So, guys, currently use a drift. Yeah, here's one then. Before we go, XL Pro. All of judged to the battery life, I've been looking at the Insta360, X3, or the X4 as an upgrade. What are your thoughts? We'll do this quickly. So, me personally, at this present moment in time, I wouldn't use any 360 camera, as I just don't think it's good enough quality when you start zooming in. This is just my opinion. I also don't like the fisheye effect. It sends me a bit fucking skewish when you're watching it on the telly. I don't like it. But that I hate to say, some people do it really well. When Jay's had them, he's edited it really well. For me, when I've always edited it, because I use Filmora, so you've got to edit it in the Insta app and then transfer it over to the Filmora and then re-edit it when it's in there. So for me, I wouldn't use a 360 personally, but that's me. Other people use them and get on with them, great. That's just my opinion. I I'd prefer to have 2 cameras, but that's just me. I know Stevie Exeter rider, and he uses 1 camera. Other people use 4 cameras. Other people use drones. Do you know what I mean? But
I'd love
I
to use 2 cameras, but I'm just waiting for my pal to sort me out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We'll sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, then, we'll sort that out this weekend. But
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah, I
Just
think,
let me know. I'll send it money over.
the 360 camera, like you say, I've got one, but I hardly use it because it's that faffing about. You've got to get the angles and then you stick it into your editing once you've. So it's like an extra stage of work, although it can look brilliant. Just depends on how much time you want to spend editing.
It's not a
on the
vlogging
computer.
camera, though, is it, Martin?
I think
It's a B-roll camera, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's one of them cameras where I think
it's ideal, but if you've got the time to mess about,
I think if you're going on a trip, like I bought one solely when I went to Austria. After Austria, I never used it again because it's just too much faffing around. But it's ideal if you want to get as much footage as you can around you. Do you know what I mean? I think that's. I think for that it's good, but as a main camera, as a main vlogging camera, I wouldn't use it. I'd use a DJI Action 4 or an Action 5, and that's just me. Yeah, Exeter rider, prefer one to be honest. Yeah, exactly. We've all got our own.
GoPro.
I mean, Martin used Shite Pro.
Yeah,
he uses Shite Pro, don't he? So,
did you get that from museum, Martin? Is that one out of museum? Is that one out of history books?
That's one of the. He's had to keep it because that's one of the only fuckers at work.
Looks all right for me. I can't fault it personally.
Mate, at the end of the day, it's like I say, mate. You know, when you if a GoPro works for you, then that's sound. I just had a lot of problems constantly, and it was till I changed that I realised that how poor GoPro was. If I'm being brutally honest. So
For
yeah.
my walk arounds, once I'm off the bike, I quite like the DJI, the Pocket 3 with its handle and stuff, and you can put the mic on. It's really quite good.
Yeah, I do like them, mate. You know, but it's just so much money. You know, you're paying thick end of £500, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it all depends what you want to do. If you want to vlog, then I'd get a static camera personally because you can shoot 4K. When you zoom in, you're not losing. It's not pixelating too much.
Pocket 3 all day long off the bike for vlogging. Brilliant cameras.
It is good.
And then on the bike, the Osmos I prefer.
The Pocket 3. I don't know if you've noticed, Jay. There's a firmware update about a week or two ago where if you put that on, it allows you. You can actually do like a zoom in without using the zoom, but it somehow crops it and keeps the quality much higher.
Right. Okay.
Right. Some sort of weird magic stuff going on, but it almost gives it like a optical zoom, but it isn't, of course. But
it's like it's more like a digital zoom more than.
Well, it's got a digital zoom anyway, but this apparently is better. And I tried it, and it does seem to be pretty good.
I'll have to do that. I'll have to upload that. Then.
Yeah. Just link it to the app on the phone. It will tell you. I can't remember what the app is from DJI. Link it to the app on the phone. It will tell you there's an update. It will take 5 minutes, and then just at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a little symbol that hasn't appeared before, and you just touch that, and it will zoom in to twice as much.
Okay. Right.
And you can zoom again on top of that as well.
I mean, I'm just going to touch on this one. I don't know why you fuckers have started asking questions when I just said 15 minutes ago that we was going to wrap up.
Brian needs his Betty bites.
I'm only joking, but here's one from Jeremy. You guys, when you're recording on your chin mounted cameras, are you running from the battery or do you use a charging point so it's not draining the battery? So me personally, I only use batteries. So if you use the DJI Action 5, you get the longer length battery, so you can get like 2.5 hours out of that. And one of the reasons why I use the batteries is Once it's on the helmet, so I use a wireless Bluetooth mic. When it's on the helmet, it's completely waterproof. So when it's raining, you ain't got to worry about rain getting into it, or you've got to use gunk round the microphone to seal the microphone in. So if you look at the old like the GoPros and stuff like that I've had in the past, you had to put like gunk around it, like almost like blue tack and stuff like that, just to seal it, to make sure that there weren't no water going to get in it. No, that water was going to get in it, or it was going to keep it out, but you just trying to prevent the water from getting in it, where now, once it's a sealed unit, there's no water getting in it whatsoever. So that's why I only use batteries. I don't use anything else at all. I was thinking of upgrading to Kai's Willy Warmer. I got gaming, but I ended up going bad blisters on my options.
Yeah, I don't.
Put socks on. Put it over summit. There's one for you.
We talked about that Kai's Willy Warmer the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
This is what I have that in my jacket pocket. So once the GoPro battery's been running for about an hour, it gets to about 30%, and it's probably not going to be very happy. So I'll just have that in here, and then that into the.
Like I say, mate, you know, the Maxium 5s, the last fucking hours and hours. You know, I could go out with Jay for all day and only use 2 batteries, and I'm out all day. So I might be using 3 batteries on the Action 4s, but on the Action 2s, on the Action 5s, I'm only using 2 batteries. So it is what it is. But that's what I do, and that's solely because of the weather. Solely because of the weather.
Right, just a quick one. So you know when you shoot, you press the record button, don't you? When you stop shooting, it switches off. Do you have it like that? No. So you have it on.
Mine on
30
standby.
minutes.
Yeah.
So do you run it for like 30 minutes? See, I can't get them hours out of that. So I've gone to the, what's it called? Is it called a quick shoot or quick record or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I did the last the clan ride just gone. That's what I've done. I've set that up, but I've got the 1900 and whatever milliamp hour batteries. I bought the new ones, and I still don't get the time out of it. If I have it on 30 minutes, you know, where it's on a 30-minute standby, still don't get the time out of it.
You see, that's one of the reasons why I use a remote, because then when I want to say something, I just press record on the remote. Yeah, the cameras are constantly on, but it's only recording when I want it to record. Or I'll press record and just leave it recording. Do you know what I mean?
No, I
so
don't.
That's one of the reasons why I do it. But like I say, on the Action 4s, I can easily get nearly 2 hours on the Action 4s, easily. And on the Action 5, I can get fucking 2.5 hours. Like I say, when me and Jay went out Sunday, I did all day riding up to the Peak District, around the Peak District, and riding home, and I used 2 batteries.
I used 2 batteries, and the both wasn't completely. They weren't completely rinsed. But I were having it where I've got the quick capture.
Yeah.
I leave mine on, and I only did 2 batteries as well on that Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, I never turn them off or nothing like that.
I'll probably get an hour. Leaving them on, you get an hour and a half. Constant.
Yeah. You'll get an hour and a half easy. Just constant record. So right then, lads, an hour and 20, and we've answered 4 questions in 16 minutes.
So, any more questions?
No. No more questions. No more questions. Right. Write them down. Give me them next week. Ask me next week.
We should just spend the night answering the questions when people just fire in and just answer the questions.
Well, they don't usually, do they? They just like tonight. They've talked amongst themselves, which my little community do. They have their own little side chat, which is fine. Now and again, they might ask a question, but you know,
We should just say to them next time, just ask only questions to like the guests or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's up to you. It's
I know,
your,
but
it's your
that,
gig,
that,
mate.
that's
It's your
like
gig.
fucking brew time, then, ain't it? You know what I mean? I quite like this. I quite like that. You know, the people having the side chat on their own little conversations. Right then. So let's say a few thank yous to people. If you see somebody and I've missed them, shout them out. So we've had Pecos Paul, John Pell, John Gilbert, Jeremy Jones, Andy GSA Tractor, Todge 29, Motor Tour Island, Back Road Tourist, Willie Stroker, Pecos Paul, Away We Go, Danny Daly,
Danny
Daly, Rev Bomb jumped in for a little while. We've also had, let's scroll down here. Let's keep going down. Mick Sheldon, Andy Abbott, Biking Critter, Dave Perry, Mr. Really Good TV, Dave Ashpole also jumped in for a little while.
There's MB. Don't know who MB.
Robert Munro as well. MB. I don't know who MB is, but he was the one who was telling us about his list of bikes. So he had a lot of like sports bikes, and now he's just jumped onto a GSA and then a 1300. He was saying that. Mick Sheldon, Paul Lee, Up North Biker, Military Biker as well jumped in for a bit. Exeter Rider also jumped on. I think that is G Rossi 46. Thank you for the questions, Mucker. I think that is about it. Sorted. That's it. I think that's everybody. So also I'd like to thank the three guests as well. Martin, Jay and Mark. Really appreciate you guys coming on and obviously taking the time and the effort of you Wednesday night and jumping on with me. So honestly, gents, really, really appreciate it. Also, really thank you and appreciate everybody in the side chat as well for making the effort, for jumping on as well. And if you watch this and you do like it and you think other people may like it, then just tell them to jump on here on a Wednesday. I do try and post it out every week just to let people know. But yeah, it will all add up, all helps. So as usual, guys, if you can all stay safe, keep your family safe, and I'll do one thing, which is smile. All right, don't bother then. See you later. See you all later.